Good morning, good morning, good morning. As Aaron said, I'm Everett Smith of Conacher, North America, and I am honored to be your 2026 Chairman of the Board for the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the State of the City program. You are in the right place. You are right where you are supposed to be at an important moment for Pasadena, and we're so glad you're here. Thanks for coming. To Mayor Schoenbein, today is especially meaningful. My wife had me show up in this pretty brand new suit and tie for this special occasion, and who am I to argue with her over when to buy a new suit? In all seriousness, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your first State of the City address. This is a proud moment for this chamber and for our city. Do you all mind if we pour into the mayor real quick? Can we do that? Let me ask everyone to repeat after me. Mayor Schoenbein, this is your moment. We believe in Pasadena's future, and we believe in you, sir. All right, wasn't that nice? Thank you all. Now, we have a full and exciting program ahead, so let's keep things moving. I'd like to invite a few special guests to the stage to help us get our event started with our invocation, presentation of colors, pledges, and a special singing of the national anthem. So, Pastor Daniel Crowther of South Main Baptist will start us off with the invocation, followed by the presentation of colors by the Pasadena Police Department Honor Guard. That will be followed by Danny Myers, who will sing the national anthem, and Stephen Friend, principal at Pasadena High School, will end with leading us in our pledges. Can everyone come to the stage, please?
Would you please stand and join me for the invocation? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you today grateful that so many here get to call Pasadena home. It happens to be the place where so many of us get to work and serve. And we thank you for its people, its history, and also its future. Long ago, you told us through the prophet Jeremiah to seek the well-being of the city and to pray on its behalf, because when it thrives, we thrive. So today, Lord, we lift this city to you. We pray for Mayor Schoenbein and all who serve in leadership. Would you grant them wisdom from above, integrity in their decisions, and hearts that desire what's right? Help them to lead as servants, seeking the good of every neighbor. And Father, I also pray for every person in this community, families, workers, students, seniors, for those who are strong and for those who are struggling, especially lifting up the hurting and the lonely and the lost. Draw near to them in your mercy and grace, because none of us can flourish without you. We need your truth to guide us, your forgiveness offered through Christ to cleanse us, and your Spirit to renew us. Where lives and families and neighborhoods are broken, Lord, would you restore them through your love and truth? Would you make Pasadena a little bit more like heaven, where peace and unity and justice and compassion are fully known? Help me and all of us to love this city faithfully, to serve it humbly, and to live in a way that points to Christ. Would you bless now this gathering and our leaders as they share, and the rest of us as we receive? I pray all of this in the crucified and resurrected name of Christ Jesus, my Lord. Amen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Pasadena Police Department Honor Guard.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stay standing. Please remove all hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. You may be seated now.
All right, wasn't that beautiful? So at this time, we invite you to take a small glimpse into the exciting and successful year we have had at the Pasadena Chamber in 2025. Please look to your screens.
2025 was a year of momentum for the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce, a year of connection, a year of advocacy, and a year of action. But more importantly, it was a year that defined who we are. We are a catalyst for growth. In 2025, we helped more than 25 businesses open their doors and begin serving our community. We welcomed 93 new businesses and nonprofits into the Pasadena Chamber, expanding a powerful network built to help businesses thrive. Through Pasadena Loves Local, we conducted business with 84 member companies, resulting in $315,000 being reinvested directly into our local economy. We invested in leadership, graduating the 5th cohort of Impact Pasadena and equipping the next generation of decision makers. We strengthened our partnerships with our educational institution partners, providing more than $22,000 in donations and scholarships to Pasadena ISD, investing in the future of our workforce. We are a convener of leaders. Many impactful events brought together business owners, nonprofit partners, elected officials, and community stakeholders. 10 active committees worked year-round, driving job fairs, industry tours, small business workshops, volunteer initiatives, member engagement, and amazing signature events. Because progress doesn't happen in isolation, it happens in the room, and we make sure the right people are in it. We are champions for business. We made advocacy a priority with Day in Austin, Day at City Hall, multiple candidate forums, a comprehensive voter guide, and Meet the Candidate web pages. We gave businesses a voice, and we made sure that voice was heard. Because champions don't sit on the sidelines, they lead. Visibility matters. With more than 500,000 annual views across our website, online directory, and social platforms, we amplify our members and connect them to opportunity. Catalyst, convener, champion. That's who we are, and we're just getting started. We've delivered results. We're building momentum, and there's a seat for you at the table. Join the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce and move forward with us.
What a great video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So as I enter my second year as chairman, I remain so excited by the work of this chamber and the partnerships we continue to build. We're finding that businesses today are asking some very important questions, like how do I stay connected? Who is advocating for me and who is building for the long term? I'm proud to say that the Chamber's 5-year strategic plan answers those questions through 3 clear priorities. I'm going to say pillars, if you will. We connect Pasadena by bringing people together, strengthening relationships, and turning connections into opportunity. We champion business by advocating for business-friendly policies and creating direct access between decision makers and the businesses who fuel this region. We elevate the Chamber by building a high-performing organization designed for long-term relevance and impact. Now, I want to take a moment to show you how these priorities are creating real momentum within our city and for our businesses. So, related to the priority of connecting Pasadena, Pasadena has been selected as the host city for the Governor's Small Business Summit this summer. This actually deserves a round of applause. This is a big deal. Please know that being chosen sends a clear message. Pasadena is a place where small business matters and where solutions happen that impact our city, our county, and our state. Further connecting Pasadena, we've established the new Leadership Pasadena Foundation to expand leadership programming for businesses and youth. We have our first annual clay shoot coming up in June, on June 26th. Sponsorships are available. Come on out and have fun while supporting your community. Related to being a champion for business, we continued our prominent advocacy work and conducted a successful candidate engagement event just last month, the Texas CD9 Candidate Forum, and we are scheduled for our first ever trip to Washington, D.C., taking the advocacy for our city and region to the national stage. Now, all of this great work does come at a cost. And don't worry, I will waive the 3 easy payment pricing model and give you a price you can easily pay, which is simply to share your thoughts. We want to hear from you. On your tables and on the screens, you'll find a QR code for a quick survey that will take less than 3 minutes to complete. You can take it at any time, and your input will help shape our programs and advocacy efforts moving forward. So, help me help you by ensuring we hear from you today. And now, to emphasize the third of our 3 strategic plan priorities, elevating the Chamber, I want you to join me in applauding that the Chamber turns 100 years old next year. That's a big deal as well. So as we approach the Chamber's 100th year, we are not celebrating a milestone, we are setting a vision that positions the Chamber for greater influence, relevance, and leadership for the current and next generation Pasadena businesses. So as I close, let me say that moments matter. Say it with me, moments matter. In this moment, with you here today, you not only represent yourselves, but you represent your family, your businesses, our city, and the importance of community and connection. Look around this room. This is a powerful representation of who Pasadena is and who we are becoming. Our future is bright, and the journey ahead will be extraordinary. How do I know? Because all of you are part of this story. I'm so proud to be a part of you today.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce for bringing us all together here today for the state of the city. I need these. If you're wondering about my accent, I'm from a little way east of Pasadena, but I'm so thankful that I found my way here. So this event showcases what makes Pasadena strong: people coming together, civic leaders, businesses, community partners. We all care about Pasadena and where the city is headed. As Heather mentioned, my name is Alan Phillips, and I'm managing the Chevron Pasadena refinery. I'm excited to be here to highlight some of the great organizations and community partnerships that are making an impact in Pasadena. At Chevron, we believe our success is tied to the success of our people and the communities where we operate. Our stewardship shows up in running a safe and responsible business, and it also shows up in the relationships we build beyond the refinery gates. For example, we've partnered with the City of Pasadena on park improvements, like the Vince Bayou Community Garden. This garden turns public space into a shared resource, encouraging hands-on learning and neighborhood connections. This year, we're deepening our own connection with the garden. We're providing additional support to help the installation of renewable energy-powered greenhouse so we can have plants year-round at that facility. Strong communities need strong leaders. That's why Chevron supports civic engagement programs like the Chamber's Impact Pasadena, which helps develop our future community and business leaders. And lastly, we want to spotlight the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. You make me feel less nervous, thank you. We work with the Education Foundation to advance student access and classroom innovation. Preparing young people for what's next makes the whole community stronger into the future. Chevron, for our part, is proud of our workforce, our investment in the community, and the refinery improvements that enable us to provide affordable and reliable energy. Last year, we completed a phased startup of a major project which allowed us to increase our crude processing capacity to 125,000 barrels per day. And that's crude that's produced here in the state of Texas. The project also increased the supply of the products that we all use every day. With nearly 300 employees, 300 contractors, and local spend totaling millions of dollars since 2019 when we purchased the refinery, we're helping to fuel Pasadena's economy. We're excited about the future of our partnership with Pasadena and look forward to working together to achieve our shared goals. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so great to see you. It's my honor to get to introduce all of our esteemed elected officials and their dedicated staff here with us today. The Pasadena Chamber deeply values our partnerships with all branches of government because when public, businesses, leadership work together, our region moves forward. We're grateful for the elected officials and the staff who partner alongside the Chamber to make sure that we have good governance. And so thank you for the roles that you each play in shaping policy that impacts Pasadena and our greater region. Now, you know the drill. We have a long list of elected officials, and I stand between you and lunch and the reason we're all here to hear from Mayor Schoenbein. So when I call your name, elected officials, please stand, but audience, I'll ask that you hold your applause until the end, once everyone has been recognized. So representing U.S. Senator John Cornyn's office, we have Margaret McClendon. Representing U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, we have Matt Murphy. From U.S. Congressman Brian Babin's office, we have Will Carter. From Texas General Land Office, Don Buckingham, we have Stephanie Davidson. Texas State Senator's office, Stephanie Tanner. State Representative Dennis Paul. State Representative Marianne Perez. Representing Briscoe-Kane State Representative, we have Adrian Sun. From Harris County Precinct 2, we have Adrian Garcia. Of course, our mayor, Pasadena, Thomas Schoenbein. We're also pleased to have several regional mayors here with us today. From the city of Deer Park, we have Mayor Jerry Mouton. From the mayor of Galena Park, we have Esmeralda Moya. Rick Helton, mayor of LaPorte. Tim Harris, mayor of Morgan's Point. Jim Sweeney, mayor of Seabrook. Mayor of Taylor Lake Village, we have John Keeney. From Houston Mayor John Whitmire's office, we have Angel Ponce and Linda Flores. We also are pleased to have a couple of our former mayors, Mayor Johnny Isabel and John Manlev here. From Pasadena City Council, we have Ms. Pat Van Hout, Councilman Jonathan Estrada, Councilman Dolan Dow, Councilman Carlos Heredia Sr., Councilman Johnny Fusilier Jr., Councilman Aaron Styron. From neighboring city council, we have Deer Park City Council members Tommy Ginn and Georgette Ford. From Harris County Sheriff, we're pleased to have Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Constable Phil Sandlin. We have several judges here with us. Want to welcome Judge Peyton Peebles, Judge Holly Williamson, Judge Joanne Delgado, Judge Louis Ditta, Judge Dolores Lozano, Judge Angela Rodriguez, and Judge Lucia Bates. We also have from Pasadena ISD School Board trustees Kenny Fernandez, Casey Phelan, Joe Campos, Crystal Davila, Paola Gonzalez, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez. From our friends at Deer Park ISD, we have School Board Trustee Rhonda Lowe and Jason Morris, as well as Deer Park ISD Superintendent Dr. Tiffany Reagan. CCISD School Board Trustee Rebecca Lilly. From the San Jacinto College Board of Trustees, we have Trustee Larry Wilson, Judy Harrison, Chad Burke, and San Jacinto Chancellor Dr. Brenda Hellier. Texas Chiropractic College President, Dr. Sandra Hughes, and from University of Houston Clear Lake, we have Dr. Richard Walker. Our friends from Port Houston, Alan Robb, Commissioner, thank you for being here. And our regional partners from BayHub, President Brian Friedman, ECMA Mary Jane Mudd, and Baytran Amy Skicky. Now, does everybody else want to stand up and also be recognized? How about a hand for all of our elected officials? I truly hope no one was left off inadvertently, but we do also recognize that there is another group of folks in the audience today, and those are candidates on the ballot seeking your support. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to read everybody on the ballot, but what we do want to do is if you are on the ballot, we would love to invite you to stand to be recognized for taking an opportunity to serve in public office so that folks can get to know you. So if you're running anywhere on the ballot, please stand and be recognized. As a trusted civic resource, the Pasadena Chamber is committed to equipping our community with the information needed to make informed decisions. We invite you to visit our chamber website where you can find information on what's on your unique ballot, polling information, candidate pages. You can find all of that through the QR code on the screen. Most importantly, we want to make sure that you get to the polls because it's early voting and we want you to vote.
Please welcome to the stage the Pasadena Memorial High School Show Choir. And now, please welcome to the stage Texas Representative Dennis Paul.
Good afternoon, folks. How are y'all doing today? Y'all ready to see the mayor do the hula hoop? I think if we just keep asking hula, 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 he'll do it. You know, I'm a native of this area, so it's great to come here and be able to speak to all of y'all, so many of our area here, our leadership of our area here, to participate and hear what this great man has to say. So I'm glad to be a part of it. It's my sincere privilege to introduce a man that I've known probably about 15 years, maybe a bit more, a true leader, a devoted family man, and servant to this community, Mayor Thomas Schoenbein. Mayor Schoenbein has lived in Pasadena for more than 50 years and has dedicated much of his life to making this city an even better place to live, work, and raise a family. Over the years, I witnessed his compassion, tireless work ethic, and unwavering commitment to the people he serves. Whether through local business, community organizations, or his long service to Pasadena City Council, Thomas has always put the needs of others before his own. Many know his professional accomplishments, the years in petrochemical industry, retail, his business leadership, and now his role as mayor. But what matters most is the foundation on which he serves. At the heart of his public service is a deep faith in God, a faith that guides his decisions every day, giving him strength and challenges and humility and success, and reminding him that leadership is about stewardship and service. His love of family is equally evident. He and his wife Bonnie raised 2 wonderful children and are blessed with 3 grandchildren. The love of family shapes his vision for Pasadena, a city where families thrive, children grow safely, and neighbors look out for one another. Thomas has carried a deep love of country and community and a strong belief in freedom, civic duty, and the promises of America. As I said, for over 15 years, I've known this man as someone who doesn't just talk about service. He lives it every day, leading with humility and genuine care for the people of Pasadena, guided by faith, grounded in family, Values and inspired by love of country, he serves the community with dedication and purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce my friend, Mayor of Pasadena, and his lovely daughter, Paige, who will further introduce the man. Thank you very much. God bless y'all. God bless Pasadena, and God bless Texas.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. It's truly a privilege to stand before you today to introduce someone who, for many of you, is your mayor. But to me, he's my dad. And to my boys and niece, he's a loving and steady pops who shows up for us in ways big and small. Growing up, I had a front row seat to the kind of person he is. Long before he ever held public office, I watched him lead by example, showing up early, staying late, and treating people with respect no matter who they were. He has always led with a servant's heart, rooted in his faith and his daily walk with God, trusting that true leadership is about serving others first. Whether it was helping a neighbor, volunteering in the community, or listening patiently at the dinner table, he has always believed that leadership starts with service. What I've come to appreciate even more over the years is that his commitment to the city isn't just his job, it's part of who he is. He cares deeply about the people who live here, the businesses that keep our economy moving, the families building their futures, and the generations that will call this place home long after today. Public service often asks for long hours and tough decisions. It requires balancing competing priorities, listening to different perspectives, and sometimes making calls that aren't easy but are necessary. Through it all, my dad has remained grounded in a simple principle: do what's right for the community and do it with integrity. I've seen firsthand the pride he takes in this progress the city has made, from strengthening public safety and supporting local growth to investing in infrastructure, parks, and opportunities to improve the quality of life for everyone. But I've also seen his humility. He is the first to say that any success belongs to the dedicated city staff, community partners, and residents who work together to make things happen. One of the things I admire most is his ability to listen. He understands that the best ideas don't come from one office or just one person. They come from conversations with citizens, business owners, educators, our first responders, and community leaders. That willingness to listen is what keeps him connected to the real needs of the city. On a personal note, I'm grateful for the example he set, not just as a leader, but as a father. He has taught me the importance of showing up, keeping your word, and caring about something bigger than yourself. Those lessons extend well far beyond City Hall, and they're part of the legacy he continues to build here every day. Today's State of the City address is a chance to reflect on where we've been, celebrate what we've accomplished together, and look ahead to the opportunities and challenges that lie before us. It's a moment to recognize the collective effort that moves our city forward and to recommit ourselves to building a stronger future. Please join me in welcoming a dedicated public servant, a leader who believes deeply in this community, and I'm proud to say, my dad. Ladies and gentlemen, your mayor, Thomas Shamebine. It's your time.
She's my daughter, and you cannot have her. Oh, my. As I look across this room, I'm seeing a large gathering of people that are here because they want to hear what I have to say about our city. Each one of you have a story to tell about our city. I first want to start by saying good morning to members of my city council, my staff, county, state, and local officials, industry leaders, business owners, guests, city employees, and fellow Pasadenians. I would like to offer a special thank you to Pastor Daniel Crowther of South Main Baptist Church, Stephen Friend, principal of Pasadena High School, my alma mater, also to Danny Myers that sung the wonderful rendition of our Star Spangled Banner, and Daniel Jones, director of the Pasadena Memorial Show Choir, and our amazing Pasadena Memorial Show Choir. Pasadena Chamber President and CEO Everett Smith, Chamber Chairman and State Representative Dennis Paul, and Christina Womack of the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce. I would also like to recognize at this time my incredible family. My daughter Paige McInnes and her husband Nolan, my son Kyle and his wife Nikki, and my 3 wonderful grandchildren. I love each of you deeply, and you are amazing parents, and I'm so proud of you. And to my wife, Bonnie, I love you more than words can express. I am endlessly grateful for your love, support, and partnership. We've been married 41 years, and that doesn't just happen, folks. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of everything, okay? So thank you for joining me for my first State of the City address. I had to look this up. I'm honored to serve as your 17th mayor of the great city of Pasadena. While a State of the City address typically celebrates our progress, today I'm asking for something more. I challenge all of us to forge a partnership that will define our future, one built by coming together to strengthen our community and create limitless opportunities, not by those who seek to handicap or destroy it. I want to use this occasion to speak to the many different audiences here today and to highlight the progress made since I became your mayor. Pasadena has grown, evolved, and moved forward through many trials and tribulations over the last 50 years. We have had mayors leave their mark on Pasadena. Mayor Isabel, Mayor Harrison, Mayor Manlove, and Mayor Wagner. Thank you for leaving your mark on the city of Pasadena. Today, we are a national industrial leader and an international destination, diverse and powered by a unique sense of community. Before we talk about where we're going, we must acknowledge where we have been. When I took office, I knew there was important work ahead and difficult challenges to face. I quickly discovered our convention center that we're sitting in now was $85 million over budget. Infrastructure projects were backlogged. Our streets needed repair. Potholes were a constant concern. And imagine this, trash was inconsistent with their services. Ambulance service raised serious questions within our community, and our public safety systems required critical upgrades. Our city was fractured and in need of a course correction, not just a Band-Aid. I'm incredibly proud of what we've accomplished so far. In my first 100 days, I've implemented regular directors meetings to reinforce a clear message. One team, one voice, one purpose. We have focused on setting expectations, listening to feedback, and improving city processes to deliver exceptional customer service. Chick-fil-A didn't get an award for just having cars drive through their drive-through. They had to provide exceptional customer service. As a result, our streets are safety, our community is becoming more attractive, our finances are back in order, and our local government is more attentive and responsive to our citizens than ever before. I want to be clear. There is still much work ahead to achieve my vision of making our city truly international. Today, I want to highlight several of the campaign promises that were made and that we are actively addressing. Technology was a huge stumbling block, and we recognize that. Currently, we're working to provide user-friendly systems for our residents and our city staff. We're updating outdated city ordinances. I'm telling you, the thing that we ran into on our city ordinances is taking an incredible amount of work, research to develop the ordinances that fit today's business needs and concerns. And James Holt, my chief of staff, I'd like to thank you for leading that charge. Working on employee compensation and equitable benefits. Folks, we got to pay our folks a living wage. When we have employees that are out and it's 20 degrees or it's 110 degrees, they can make more money working at Whataburger. Folks, we need to be equitable in our pay, and we are working on that. We need to continue working with Public Works to prioritize our streets, sidewalks, and flood mitigation. Our permitting process, we need to continue to streamline our planning, engineering, and permitting processes. It is now one of the things that we've accomplished and one of the things I recognized when I first came into office. This may sound not so sexy, but our permit department was closed during lunch hours, which to me made no sense whatsoever. Let's open it up, let's get the process moving, and let's let folks do business when they take their lunch hours to come do business with us. Let's be accessible. We need to continue working to bring a state-of-the-art convention center within budget to meet the needs of our community and region. Our convention center has been a topic of late. I am committed, and I have dedicated time, and other stakeholders have dedicated time to meet with me to bring an exceptional product with a new convention center that will be on budget and on time within the near future. If you look around our city, we have, just like any other city, we have nuisance buildings. We have identified nuisance buildings, and we are working with our Pasadena Police Department, code enforcement, fire marshals, legal, local, and state officials to eliminate, which will help us reduce crime even further. Fiscal responsibility, as promised, a forensic audit is underway, and it is expected to be completed in the next few months. This will help us lay a firm foundation for the work and for the budget that we'll be laying forward in the future to keep us open and transparent. The past 8 months have been a powerful and eye-opening journey. I've faced roadblocks, detours, caution signs, and yes, even potholes. Yet through it all, I've been encouraged by the steady stream of positive feedback from our community. Everywhere I go, residents urge me to keep moving forward and affirm that what we are on the right path for our city is the direction that we need to continue going on. I'm also seeing a renewed sense of commitment among our employees, which several are here today as we work together to strengthen and improve our city. While I know there are still challenges ahead, I'm confident that we will meet the head-on expectations and the challenges of our year 2026 and beyond. We will meet those united, focused, and ready to keep the momentum building. Pasadena is a great city. one that continues to evolve and defy the odds, becoming something far greater than anyone could ever have imagined in its earliest days. I see Pasadena as a bright, shining star on an international stage. And while we have made progress, we are not yet where we ultimately need or want to be. I've spent a lot of time thinking about what every parent wants for their family and their children. We want an affordable place to call home. We want to have access to healthy food and quality medical care. And we want to have real solid opportunity to lay a strong foundation in our community and within our families. Pasadena is a city with parks, shops, activities, and a vibrant community spaces that we need to expand and make better. We need to create a city that creates opportunities for everyone, not just for a select few. As an international city, we must continue to support diverse housing options, revitalize our historic areas, and adopt common sense ordinances. We need to encourage small business growth, and today I'm asking our partners in the Houston Port region, as well as our county, state, federal leaders, to join me in transforming our neighborhoods, our industries, and our city. That's a challenge, y'all. My friends, our future is bright, brighter than it was 8 months ago. Pasadena is a better place to live and work today than it was just months ago. It is stronger for young professionals to start their careers, for working families raising their children, and for seniors who call this city home. And while our economy is remarkably diverse, it is clearly emerging as an international leader. Anchored by our proximity to the Houston Ship Channel Industrial Complex, the Bayport Shipping Complex, and the Bay. The Houston Ship Channel is the #1 port by total waterborne tonnage. The Houston area leads the nation handling more cargo than any other U.S. port. Second-ranked U.S. port in terms of total foreign cargo, with an average of about $223 billion. Largest Gulf Coast container port that handles 75% of all container traffic. These numbers might astound some of us, but I find these numbers very interesting that Pasadena is this, Adrian, are you listening? Okay. Pasadena is the second largest city in Harris County. 22nd largest city in the state of Texas. The 182nd largest city in the nation, in the United States of America, right here in Pasadena. 8 months ago, I set out to become the best city in Texas. I want to highlight some accomplishments at this time. So if you'd please look at the screens. These are not sexy slides, y'all. And the reason they're not is because we have not earned that right yet to put on a theme or have a tremendous slideshow. We are a work in progress. And these numbers represent people. And I'm very humbled by what I'm fixing to share with you. Our Parks and Recreation Department, led under the leadership of our director, Jason Ross, has done an incredible job throughout our city. We've done projects like El Jardín Beach beautification, and we've put in a playground out there, Fogo Park landscaping, Queens and Preston Gateway signs and landscaping. Also, too, our recreation facilities. We've had several updates within them recently. Burt Crenshaw Park had a bridge renovation. Memorial Park fitness and play enhancements, athletic field improvements, and here's an interesting one that affects a lot of young folks. South Street Soccer Complex renovation. It's amazing what's going on out there. Our Parks and Trail updates feature Fogo and Red Bluff pool enhancements. A big one for families, and you don't think they're important until you actually go to a ball game or go to your grandkids' sporting events or whatever. Scoreboards are very important because everybody's wanting to know, well, who's winning? Who's winning? I don't know. Who's winning? Go find out. But we've updated scoreboards at our 3 facilities at Strawberry Park and 1 at Garner Park. And then also, too, our historical museum has had lots of renovations to preserve our history and to share our history to future generations. Chief Lanny Armstrong of our volunteer fire department. Chief Armstrong has led the charge with new fire stations and updates. We just completed the renovation of fire stations 3 and 4 that desperately needed some upgrades. Station 7 on Crenshaw and Burke was just recently opened on February 7th. What a coincidence. Fire Station 6, which is down in our Kirby section on our south end, will be open before the summer. And we have a new fire academy class that begins February 24th. Chief Armstrong has also led in providing and asking for new equipment, and I appreciate council's support on providing the necessary tools to our community. We will currently put in these fire apparatuses this year: Engine 71, Engine 31, Engine 21, and Cascade number 4. Folks, if you think about a fire engine, they can run anywhere from $750,000 upwards to maybe $2 million. So that's quite an investment in our community. And to our Pasadena Police Department, our Chief MP Jackson, thank you for your leadership, sir. We've restored Neighborhood Liaison Officer, which has been an incredible asset. He attends the HOA meetings that we have in our community. It's a first-line resource that we give our communities on their crime stats, and we give them information on handle certain situations and contact information. Reaccredited our police department through the Texas Police Chiefs Administration. Public safety officers are no longer working 12-hour shifts. They are back to their 8-hour shifts. And then 24/7 staffing of our front desk at our police department administration building. Can you imagine having a police department that closes its doors and doesn't have someone to answer the call? Well, we reinstituted that, and Chief, thank you for your leadership on that. And then we actually hosted our first ever night shift awards ceremony. It was so hard for our night shift employees to come to a daytime ceremony, so we started doing night shift award ceremonies to respect them. And this is where it gets sexy, okay? So hold on to your seats. Our crime rates. We are very fortunate to report this, and Chief, thank you for the information. Total offenses in 2024-25 down 18%. Violent offenses down 13%. Aggravated assaults down 22%. Robbery down 18%. Property offenses down 20%. Destruction and vandalism, which says a lot about your community policing, down 29%. And motor vehicle theft, 28% down. Yes, give it up for our police department. Within the ranks of our police department, we've promoted 2 new assistant chiefs, promoted 3 lieutenants, and promoted 3 sergeants. After our April graduating academy class, this is sexy too. we will have over 300 officers in the city of Pasadena on duty to answer the call for our citizens, the first time ever in our history. Our average 911 response time, you see that on the news a lot from other municipalities. I'm very proud to report our priority 1 calls are down to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Our permitting department, I'd like to recognize our director, Michelle Janice. She was literally challenged from day one when I took office to move our permitting department in an expedited fashion to service our customers better. And to this point, she's answered the call. Between July of 2025 and January 26, we've had 26 permits with a value of over $400,000 that have been applied for. These are new permits in the city of Pasadena, with a total construction value of $116,116,000 worth of value. Also, too, we've adopted, guys, get this, we were behind on our international building codes. Can you imagine if you were a builder, construction industry partner, and you are turning in plans and you have a great vision to come and locate here in Pasadena, and we did not give you the fair playing, balanced construction field that everybody else plays on everywhere else in the state of Texas? Our codes were outdated. So we worked, and through the work of our permitting department, all of these codes up here that you see have been updated, which is a phenomenal job. Our planning department, since July, we've had 108 plans reviewed, 269 land use compliance reviews, 382 compliance inspections, and 16 subdivision plat reviews. Through the direction of Director Melissa Tamez, her and her team has a renewed focus on our planning department. Because if you think about it, folks, you're going to learn quickly, but if you're in the construction business, you know this. It's not just permitting. You have to get through planning, and you have to get through engineering as well. So a lot of focus is placed on one department or another, saying they're inefficient, outdated, but when you have 3 that have challenges and all 3 of them start to work together, it's amazing the progress that you will start seeing, and we have seen some of that progress. Public Works is down and dirty. Robin Green is over here, and Robin is our Public Works Director. And our upcoming projects, we have roughly $27.5 million in updates coming. Red Bluff Terrace 1 and 2, lift stations, through paving and draining initiatives. So again, numbers represent people. Completed projects, we've had $50 million in completed projects. Spencer Waterline, Armand Bio Upper Reaches, Red Bluff Drainage Center, Dabney Storm Intersection, and Vince Bio Wastewater Treatment Plant. Treatment plants are sexy, okay, because you have to move water from one place to the other, and it's what treats our water to go back into the system. So that's a nice way of putting it. So those are very important. And then awarded projects, we have for the upcoming year over $22 million in awarded projects. Got wastewater projects that are continuing on. We also too have water distribution projects, as you can see up there on the screen. Public Works is what keeps our city sane. It helps turn the faucets on. It helps flush the toilets. It helps drain the water. It's all very, very important. Traffic and transportation, we have worked with projects on Red Bluff Road and South Street, Red Bluff and Preston, and then Strawberry and Jenkins. And then finally, This is the one that we've all been waiting for, is information technology. We have completed software updates within our business community and disaster recovery backup systems. We've instituted Wi-Fi here in the convention center, which I don't know why it didn't have it or have it at the level we have it now to begin with. Golf course and our rodeo arena. And then we've updated and worked on our Tyler encode for the municipal courts. Cybersecurity, we've done anti-ransom systems, AI-based anti-phishing and email security, network monitoring and endpoint security, next-gen firewalls, and automated cybersecurity training. And then upcoming, we have a data center modernization, telephone upgrades, financial and community system upgrades, and a new help desk solution system. And then cybersecurity, post-quantum cryptograph transition is in place as well. One last one, this is very important in our IT department, is our finance systems, our human resource systems, permitting code enforcement, health systems, utility billing, and online payments. Folks, for decades, we have been behind the curve on our technology. We are going to be launching the most massive technology improvement this city has ever witnessed within the next couple of months. You will be able to do online permitting, online plans, online reports, online financial information that will be shared, utility billing, courts billing. We are going to truly step into the 21st century here in a couple of months. So that's something that we have partnered with the chamber with. They have been long proponents of us working to upgrade these systems. We heard, we listened, and now we're going to produce. And then economic development, we have earned the music-friendly Texas Certified Community designation, which means we're one of 1,225 cities. We're one of 92 out of that. And then our tourism-friendly designation, we're number 73 out of 125 cities here in the state of Texas that has earned that award. And then a couple of other ones, our capital projects, which you can see up here on our slides. We talked about our convention center here. Pasadena Boulevard is going to be completed shortly. The telephone poles that are in the street are going to be removed here quickly. And then also something's coming up that you've all heard about, the World Cup. Is any World Cup fans in here? World Cup is a big deal, y'all. We here in Houston are going to benefit from about 4 Super Bowls held during the World Cup when it's presented later here this year. So the economic impact from World Cup is going to be massive, and we need to be ready for it. And again, it gets back to that Chick-fil-A model. It's all about great customer service, opening our doors and welcoming people from all over the world. And then the Governor's Small Business Summit we co-host in partnership with the Pasadena Chamber and San Jac College. We're one of only 15 cities selected. So we've been through a lot. Again, I didn't feel like it was appropriate to have a theme or big, beautiful slides on there. Maybe next year. But I wanted to show folks that we came in and I'm working. I'm going to the department meetings. I'm asking questions. And when I ask questions, it's because that's how I learn. And that's how we get better, by the collaboration and the conversations that we have, because that's how ideas are shared and how ideas are formed and how it becomes a best practice when you move forward with those things. And I want to conclude with this. Pasadena is not just safer and stronger, it's a more vibrant community. And here's my call to action. We must continue to attract and retain industrial, retail, and small businesses that will provide substantial economic, cultural, and market value growth for generations to come. I urge once again the Port of Houston, Bayport, Harris County Precinct 2, Commissioner Garcia, to deepen and expand your investments in Pasadena. We value the strong partnerships we've built together and are sincerely grateful for your continued collaboration. We look forward to strengthening those relationships even further. Pasadena is open for business and ready for business. Pasadena's story has been written and written over each generation and by each previous mayor. A history of resilience, innovation, and determination. Whatever fears, obstacles, or falsehoods may come our way, I will always put my faith in God, family, and the people of Pasadena. Our success should uplift more Pasadenians who need our help. So my challenge to you is to run, don't walk, to tell your friends, family, co-workers, what you've heard here today. Don't leave it up to social media. Tell them about Pasadena, the city that cares for its people. We are one city. We are united, resilient, and ready for the future. Remember, Pasadena is open for business. Thank you. God bless the city of Pasadena, the state of Texas, and the United States of America.